Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Lauren and I make home and lifestyle and pregnancy videos here on my channel, so definitely subscribe if you're not already. Also, you'll notice when you hit subscribe it tells you to click the bell so you receive notifications. So make sure you click that bell down below too if you haven't already, that way you get notified when I post new videos. But today I am going to be doing my 20-week pregnancy update. Now if I seem a little bummed out, I am, because I just went down to the car to look because I wanted to show you guys like all the ultrasound pictures that we got at the 20-week ultrasound, and I can't find them anywhere. So now I'm like really sad and I hope we didn't lose them. Ugh. The only thing I can think, because I'm actually 22 weeks right now, the only thing I can think is that we left them at one of our parents' house when we were showing them. So I like texted my mother-in-law and asked if she's seen them. So that's kind of a bummer, but let's just get on into it. So I am going to be using this little, I've been watching Brianna K and she does pregnancy updates, and I liked the little questions that she answers during hers, so I figured I would do that today. So let's just get on into it. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Lauren and I do home, lifestyle, beauty, and mommy videos here on YouTube. So I am currently 22 weeks pregnant, but I'm going to be doing my 20-week pregnancy video today. Now if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that link down below to subscribe, and also make sure you hit the little bell next to it so you actually get notified every time I post a new video. So I am going to be using this list of questions that I found on Brianna K's video. I'll link her down below. She does pregnancy updates as well, and I'm kind of stealing all her questions that she answers in her updates because I feel like it's really informative and you get to know everything that you need to know. Now, if I seem a little down right now, I kind of am. I wanted to show you guys the all the ultrasound pictures from our 20-week ultrasound. That's when we got the most pictures, and they are so cute. And like I said, I'm 22 weeks now, so we got them 2 weeks ago, and I just went and got the folder that I kept everything in, and those pictures are nowhere to be found. So I don't know where they went, so I'm going to have to go on a mass search for them. So I'm feeling kind of bummed. I'm like, they have to be here somewhere. So, but anyways, so let's get on into it. So the first thing is, how far along are you? So I am doing my 20-week pregnancy update right now. Total weight gain. So at this point I had gained about 14 pounds. And I didn't feel like I had gained that much, so it was kind of a shocker when I got on the scale because I don't feel like I looked like I gained that much. But yeah, so far 14 pounds. Maternity clothes. This week was right in the middle of it. So we had gone back home to North Carolina to visit, and my mom bought me a ton of maternity clothes because when I went there I was still wearing all my old shorts and leggings and everything, and I like couldn't breathe. I was doing like the little rubber band trick and I had it like stretched and it just wasn't working. So I was right on the brink at 20 weeks, like where I could kind of fit in my old clothes, but then I definitely needed to be in maternity clothes. Now, stretch marks, still no stretch marks at this point, thankfully. I've been using coconut oil every single night on my stomach, as well as my boobs, to hopefully get no stretch marks, but I do know it's more of a hereditary thing. My mom and my grandma never got stretch marks, so I'm hoping that I'm like them, but I mean, you just really don't know. How are you sleeping? At 20 weeks, I was still sleeping pretty good. It's kind of hard because the doctor tells you in the second trimester to stop sleeping on your back anymore because the baby's weight can actually block, I think it's like a major blood vessel, and that's when I actually started to notice that. So if I did happen to fall asleep on my back, I would wake up and like my legs or my arms would be like tingly, or I would just kind of feel like I was having more trouble like getting blood circulation. So I started sleeping on like my sides, but still getting enough sleep and getting a good amount of sleep, and I wasn't struggling too much with, I'm burping right now, I wasn't struggling too much with falling asleep. Best moment this week, this is the week that we had the 20-week anatomy scan, and we got to find out that baby Midgley is a boy. I also have my gender reveal video that I will link. I accidentally deleted it and I'm so mad, so I'm going to re-upload it today, and hopefully like I don't know, maybe you guys will rewatch it or something, but I want to have it on my channel for memories, and I was scrolling on my phone, and I accidentally hit the button to delete it, and I didn't realize it was that easy, and it just deleted the whole video off my channel. But the best moment of week 20 was definitely having the anatomy scan and finding out that all the anatomy was seen and normal, and finding out that baby Midgley was a boy. Missing anything? I was actually telling my mom this. It's weird because I was not a big drinker before pregnancy. Like, I didn't ever really drink, but I was having dreams about mimosas and wine, and like I had like a dream that I was at a bar and I was telling them like I can only have 4 beers because I'm pregnant, and so really missing alcohol for some reason, as well as sushi. I know that some people say you can have like a glass of red wine or whatever when you're pregnant, but that's just something where it's not that important to me, but I thought it was weird that I was like dreaming about alcohol. Movement. So I actually felt the first movement at like 19 weeks, and at first I was like, wasn't sure if that's what I was feeling or not. It almost felt like little bubbles popping, and then it started to feel like a little push, and by the end of week 20 I was feeling full-on movement, kicks and everything. So it's really neat because I feel like finally my anxiety has settled in this pregnancy now, because now I can actually feel him and know that he's like in there and everything's going well. Food cravings. The only food cravings I would say that I was having was more so like juice and soda, which is weird because pre-pregnancy I never ever drank soda. I never even drank it growing up. I never really drank juice or tea. I'm just like one of those weird people that just likes water all the time. I don't even like ice in my water or lemon in my water. I just like room temperature water. I just like room temperature water, but I have been craving like Dr. Pepper, root beer, any kind of juice, so like flavored liquids, and then also mostly just craving things I can't have. So like I miss having like a cold Subway sandwich or having like sushi, what else? Just stuff like that. Anything make you queasy or sick? No, I have had no sickness this whole pregnancy, and now with being 20 weeks, I think I've definitely probably surpassed what would have been the worst of it. So I haven't had any, so I've been extremely blessed in that way. I did talk to my mom and grandma once again about this, and neither of them ever had any morning sickness in any of their pregnancies, and between the two of them there was 6 or 7 pregnancies. So I'm wondering if that's something that's like genetic or hereditary. I'm not sure. You can let me know down below. But I know every pregnancy is different too. I just thought that was kind of a weird little fact. But yeah, no sickness. Gender guess. We know for sure that baby Midgley is a boy. We were pretty dang positive from like week 4 that he was a boy. It was actually to the point that when we did the gender reveal with my family, me and James were like nervous that we wouldn't have a good enough reaction, because we were like, oh, what if we cut into the cake and it's a boy? And we're like, oh yeah, we knew it. Like, and we didn't have like a big surprised reaction because we already knew. But thankfully when we cut in, it was just as exciting, even though we felt like we knew from day 1. If it was a girl, I would have been shocked. Labor signs, no labor signs, and I don't want any anytime soon. Symptoms. So heartburn started really bad this week, like to the point where I would be laying in bed and I'd be like, and swallow, and I would like have to sit up, and I'm like I couldn't even like function for a few minutes, and I was having trouble falling asleep because the heartburn was so bad, and it only happened at night, and it was like every single night for about an hour before I fell asleep. But then I got me some Tums, so I am better now. I'm trying to think any other symptoms. A lot of like veins right here throughout my chest, and then also I feel like I literally woke up overnight with a baby bump. I felt like I pretty much didn't have a baby bump at week 18, 19, and then week 20 it was large and in charge. Belly button in or out? Belly button is still in. I feel like I have a pretty deep belly button, and I couldn't imagine it ever being out. I felt like it was pretty deep to begin with. But the funny thing is, like on the inside of the belly button is like pushed out, so I feel like I can push it and it'll pop back, which I think is pretty fun. Wedding rings on or off? Wedding rings are still on. There's a few times by the end of the night where I have trouble getting them off. well, I don't take them off normally, but I'll notice like, oh, I couldn't even get them off if I wanted to right now. And then that kind of gets me like anxiety for some reason, like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I'm like trapped. But normally like after a couple hours pass, it's fine and it can come on and off easily. So still going strong on the wedding bands. Happy or moody most of the time? I would say like happy most of the time, but I've been having these weird like little moments of like just a depressed feeling. It'll happen for like 2 minutes, like a couple times a day, where I mean, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be doing something totally fun and it'll like take over me and I'll feel really, really sad for like a couple minutes. I don't know if it's like a surge of hormones, and I'll feel like really sad and then it will just go away. So let me know if you guys have ever had that before. I have had that like a few other times in my life. I remember that would happen sometimes in high school, when I was like high school age, I think. But yeah, that's been happening a lot recently, where I'll just get really sad and then I'll be like, oh, this is like a weird feeling. But the good thing is I know it goes away in a couple minutes. What are you looking forward to? Honestly, I'm looking forward to him being here now, even though I'm totally not ready. We don't have anything yet. So probably just, you know, watching my stomach grow and feeling him kick more and everything. But I just can't wait to meet him and see like who he looks like, if he looks like me or James. And, you know, just I feel a lot better after the anatomy scan and after being able to feel him. I really feel more comfortable. If you've been watching my videos from the beginning, you know I've been having a lot of anxiety from the beginning about like his health and everything, and just making sure that like he was healthy and I was healthy and all of that. So I do feel a lot better now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm going to insert a bump picture and then also, hopefully I will find these freaking ultrasound pictures. If I find them, I will insert them for you because they're so stinking cute. Like, you guys, I found them. Yay! Okay. And you can see his little nose and his lips and his hands up by his face. And that one, his hand is like covering his face. That's another one with his hand covering his face. This is like my favorite though. It's like from his bottom, like looking up. And it's just so crazy to see his like full legs and then his feet are crossed at the ankles. I thought that was so stinking cute. And this one, you can see, is his foot. So that's like his leg and then his foot. And this one, I don't know if you can tell, but so here's like his head would be over here. Here's his hand and then his leg and then his foot. He is holding his feet. So his little hand is holding his little toes right there. And then we have a spine picture. Another spine picture. That's just like a side profile. But yeah, those are all the ultrasound pictures. I'm so glad I found them. I knew I had them somewhere safe. I was so sad I thought I lost them, but I didn't, so that's good. I wish I would have found them before I filmed the video, because I feel like in the video I was so like mopey. But there we go. It blew my mind when I went to the anatomy scan, because I didn't realize how much he like looked like a baby. Like they did it in 3D or 4D as well. I'm out of breath. And I'm talking really fast. I'm sorry guys. But I didn't realize how like much he looked like a baby. Like, I guess because the last time we saw him he was just like a little thing, and then they showed him again, and just to see like all his like his legs were crossed at his ankles and he was like going like this and then like swallowing, and it was just amazing. Like I also didn't realize how squished he was in there. I guess I figured at 20 weeks they're just like swimming freely like a fish in a tank, or I don't know. And then so to see the ultrasound and see him like this and his legs all squished, it was really crazy. It's definitely different than I expected. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give this a big thumbs up. I have my 22-week video that I'm also filming today, so then I will be right on track and I will not be like back filming anymore. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and thank you so much for watching.